Welcome back. Let's put this in the ether. You know what? Without contraceptive like birth control and abortion or condom or anything like that, right? Without those stuff, I think women will make more of a rational decision of choosing their mate or their life, right? Because with contraceptive, birth control, abortion, all this stuff, what does it do? It takes women accountability away. When you take accountability away, it makes things more irrational. It make people more inclined to be more promiscuous in life, right? When you take accountability out of anything, right? It make people not think about what they're doing, the consequences, right? Now, when you do that, that's what leads to all these high birth rate, fornication, extreme kids being born or kids being aborted like crazies, depopulations. Because women, basically, what it does when you give women the ability of choosing whether to fornicate irrationally, it gave them an opportunity. Right? It takes away their accountability. Let's say that. When women don't have accountability, they make more irrational decisions in life. They make irrational decisions where it could destroy their life by them having a high body counts. What do high body counts equates to? A high body counts equates to a guy don't want to be with that person. A guy does not want a woman who have a high body counts, right? It takes their accountability away. They don't understand. Women don't understand that when you have a high body counts, right, especially to men, it make them less attractive to men. Because men do not want a high body count is because when it comes to a high body counts, it comes with a lot of risks and factors. When it comes to a high body counts, the woman's psychology is totally different and goes out of whack. Because it can, when a woman have high body counts, a woman have a tougher time to have a inner and deeper emotion connection to a man, right? Their ability to love a man diminished when a woman have high body counts. It's said time after time in the studies, right? When a woman have high body counts, the connection with men are lower. Their ability to love a man diminish when the women have body counts, right? This is what happens when women have the ability to not take responsibility in life. When they make these kind of decisions, right? Not only that, when you have contraceptive and let women just fornicate with anybody that they want, right? It brings the factor of um, of diseases, right? They don't know who they sleep with. You don't know what their medical history is like. You know, that's when you come bring up the element of HIVs, STDs, STI, all this stuff, right? And when the guys understand that when she have a high body counts, guys don't want to take that risk to be with a person because now he's taking the risk of he might contracting that disease as well, all right? He might take that ability of he can that disease. Not only that, when you bring in abortions, right, it doesn't put women in a position where she thinks about what her action is, right? Oh, I got pregnant. All right, I'm gonna abort it. Oh, I'm gonna get pregnant. I'm gonna abort it. Now, if you take that responsibility out, women are least likely to think, and that's what's the point of this living on this planet is to think. If you don't have the capability of thinking for your action, right? What's the point of you living? You have to think for your consequences, right? Because if you don't think of what's gonna happen, that means you're not gonna think in a long term effect. Having abortion or the ability to have abortion take away your ability to think forward, to have a clear foresight of what's going to happen if you were to do this and that, right? It make women more responsible with their life. If a person were more responsible with their life, they would think twice of what they're doing, and that's what it is. You're not thinking twice of what you're doing. You're not thinking critically, right? That's what happened when you just willy nilly give it out to everybody, all right? That's what contraceptive do to a woman, right? When you let women liberates too much, give them too much freedom, without going unchecked, right? It's like a check and balance thing. Going unchecked, it gives women to cause irreparable damage to their life, to their psychologies, to their reproductive organs. Remember, when women take these pills, birth control pills, and all this stuff, right? It totally screw up their hormones. When their hormones is totally screwed up, the chemical in the body totally screwed up, then it means their mind is not right, right? Think of the long term effect when you take birth control, right? The psychology of that, their mind, sometimes is screwed up because it have a chemical imbalance in their mind, and that leads to a lot of women having all depressions, all these mental illnesses, thinking twice, right? Or having all these mental complications because they're taking these drugs to tear the body that to flush out their reproductive organs out, right? To have to menstruate early, right? And that totally throw a woman's body off guard when they constantly taking all these medical pills, all these all these Plan Bs and stuff. It totally destroyed a woman's natural instinct, a woman's mindset. It destroyed the woman's mindset when they take all these unnecessary chemicals, right? This is what happens when you introduce this thing of contraceptive to women, right? So I think contraceptive only have a negative ramification to women because it's not allowing women to think in a rational perspective than it is for them to have accountability. Accountability force a woman to think responsibly, right? Without accountability, women will not think responsibly, right? They just go do it without thinking, without checks. There have to be checks and balance in life, right? That's what God's do. This is what God's have put onto the women, right? Their ability to get pregnant because it allows women to have checks and balance in their life, right? It allows women to think. Now, when you are eliminated of this ability to think for yourself, then you're just a slave, right? You're just a slave, basically. You're just nothing. You're not human when you don't when you can't think, right? And this is what makes you. This what makes humans human. And this is what makes women women. Their ability to think. If you take that away from them, they can't think. They have to think rationally. That's what it is. That's what the negative aspect of contraceptive I think, right? The contraceptive only bring negative things into a woman's life, right? It brings them high body counts, unwanted diseases, psychological problems, and their inability to think responsibly. That's what happened when we introduced contraceptive, right? Not only that, when you introduce contraceptive, it allowed men not to think as well. It allowed men to put on a condom and just have all these promiscuous sex. A lot of things happen when you have multiple partners. You don't look at your wife, your partner the same way as you do if you constantly have all these sexual activities constantly. It does something to your brain. This is why men and women are not designed to have multiple partners. I mean, we are designed to breed, right? We are designed to breed with a lot of people, but we're not. When it comes to a psychological point of view, it only going to destroy us psychologically, right? It's only going to destroy psychologically when we understand that our wives and our partner have all these multiple partners, because we want our partners to ourselves. We are selfish creatures, right? To have the idea that other guys are plying our wives is going to destroy us psychologically. And same goes for women to have our idea for them to understand that men are plying other women's. It can only destroy them psychologically. This is why both people are jealous, right? Men and women. Men and women are jealous. Let's say that because we are just, we're just human of habits. We are programmed to do this. But I digress on that. My point is, this is what happened when we have contraceptive. We don't have check and balance, right? By introducing contraceptive, it allows us to do all these debaucherous things. We don't think for our actions. That's what's wrong when we have contraceptive, right? And there are positive sides as well because it allowed when we have contraceptive, it allowed us to have overpopulated populations. But as of right now, the thing we need most is people to have to have babies and to have a rational thought as well. The point is, all right, to these videos, I don't know, you could agree or not agree. Do you think that contraceptive is a good thing or bad things? All right, or you think it's only bringing us more negative things like our inability to think for our actions and and because if we don't think for our actions, we do things irresponsibly. That's what it is. You think contraceptive only make us be do you think, let me put this in another phrase, do you think contraceptive will only make us responsible or irresponsible? Let me know if you agree, leave a comment below. Alright, and as always, thanks for watching these videos. As always, first and foremost, like the video, share the video, and I'll check you back in the next episode. On that note, guys, thank you for watching. Peace and blessings.